hard for me to sit back here in this studio looking at a guy out here hollering my name.
All right, what's going on, guys? Tennessee Tyler here in Nashville. That's right, Tampa Tyler, now Tennessee Tyler. But we're gearing up for an awesome weekend here in Nashville. As you can see behind me, this is Thursday, sort of the calm before the storm. Not a lot of people set up yet, but tomorrow, Friday, is the main setup day. So we're looking forward to a massive turnout. I mean, I love this venue. This venue is absolutely sick. We also have a star-studded autograph lineup coming to Nashville, headlined by none other than the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Woo! But what Ric Flair doesn't know that the man bun wearing, fanny pack wearing, son of a gun, Tennessee Tyler is here in town. So who knows what's going to go down. But we really are looking forward to a great weekend here in Nashville, and this show has a lot of room to grow. So hope to see you guys here. See you later.
When last year I spent more money on spilled liquor in bars from one side of this world to the other than you made. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, woo, wheeling dealing, limousine right, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down.
What's going on, guys? We are about to go live. Me and Ken are going to talk up a little bit about the hobby and about Fanatics taking over. So that'll be good. I think he wants to kind of know where I'm at with you know, Fanatics taking over, being a card shop owner. So I'm kind of interested to see what I'm going to say. Like, I kind of know like my position, but you know, things can come out in the heat of the moment. So we'll see. But I don't know. Me and Ken talk here and there, and he asked me to come on. People, you know, advocated for me. Thought I'd be a good guest. You know, Jersey in the house. But I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. So let's see where it goes.
How you doing today?
I'm doing good, Ken. How we doing over there? You're in
Where are you?
I'm in Nashville right now. I'm promoting a show this weekend over here. I'm helping out Hollywood Collectibles. As you know, Rich Altman, hobby legend, R.I.P. His right-hand man, who essentially took over for him after he passed, had asked me to help promote his show along with my buddy Jay, Mojo Autographs. So I said, I think this is one of the next big things. That's Jay right there.
Hey, what up, man? Good to see you.
One of the next big things is putting on events for people to come from all over in different parts of the country where there really isn't a big reach like that. So events is another big thing for me.
Congratulations to the 1-year anniversary of the store.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
So tell him, what's your background? How long have you been doing this? How did you get into it?
Okay, so I've been doing this essentially my whole life. My dad used to take me and my twin brother Casey, who's also in the cards, not as much as me, but he's still in the cards. He helps me at the store sometimes. So my dad used to push us around the card shows that he's been going to since he was a kid, all over New Jersey. So I know you're from New Jersey, so you might know some of these shows that I'm bringing up. There used to be a bunch of shows on Route 1 in, what is it? Not the Ramada Inn, it was Holiday. I mean, the hotel's changed so many times, but there also was another one in North Brunswick at Carolier Lanes. So I used...
all the time.
Yep, and then there was the US one, flea market my dad used to go to all the time, and there's people that sold cards there. So he used to take me to all these shows, and I used to go to the flea markets and everything. And as I got older, I started going to some other local shows that were a little closer. Woodbridge, Hampton Inn, Garfield, Bordentown. Bordentown's not too far from you. But I don't know, I just grew up doing that stuff, and I always knew I never stopped. I was doing it since I was a kid, flea markets, card shows. And I just essentially was like, all right, this is what I want to do, even though I went to school.
I quit school as a junior in college.
I came close to it.
to do it full time. So I mean, but by the way, so for everyone out there, because I've seen this question a lot, I have 56% battery left, and I will be saving a live. Everyone keeps saying, make sure you save a live. Save a live. A long time ago, I had one mishap in an unboxing. It went very, very long, and the iPad died, and I couldn't save it. People want to make sure I save it. This is a good one. This one may be the best. So, but I want to let everybody know we will be saving the live. You know, don't worry if you can't spend what may be 2.5 hours watching the whole thing. It will be saved. You can scroll through it. So, what is your main business? You're also great, right?
So my main business is selling singles for the most part. So I take pride in, like, I like to tell people all the time, and in my vlogs on YouTube, if you're not subscribed, go subscribe, Santiago Sports on YouTube. But my main thing is I like to have something for everyone. So I like to have high-end stuff, mid-end stuff, and low-end stuff, because I want everybody. There's something for everyone in the hobby, and I feel like special when I get a kid that comes up to me, wants to buy a dollar card, and then there's a guy that wants to buy a $10,000 LaMelo rookie from me. It's all the same to me. It's just different people enjoying the same hobby. So I mostly sell singles. I do live sales. I do sell wax, but my problem is, and we'll get into this later too, I get no allocation from Panini, Topps, Leaf, Upper Deck, none of them. It's tough. It's all about who you know. It's how the industry is. Granted, I know people, but I guess I don't know the right people, and it's a lot of politics too. Sad enough, but that's what I do. A little bit of everything is what I like to say.
Does Leaf sell direct to stores?
At some point they did, when they produced more stuff in like the early to mid 2000s. Like, I remember ripping some Leaf stuff, even though in the early 2000s that's when they were transitioning into Donruss, and then when Donruss started losing it, and then they started transferring into Panini. But I don't think they really. I think they only do with select people.
Brian Gray's Leaf, he said, because he bought the name but not the company. My question is, if they sell to stores, I guarantee you after this live you'll be on a three-way email, and they will sell direct to you. So
thank you. And look, it's anywhere you can get help, and that's why I think I've been successful over this past years, because I've been in it so long, and I know people that have been in it even longer, than me, and they grew up seeing me, from a 2-year-old in a stroller to, I'm 23 years old now, having my own store. So people have known me. I've tried to offer a helping hand, and that's all I can really ask for. So I have a lot of people that helped me, and I appreciate it. So it's all about who you know.
Yeah, it's absolutely. Anytime somebody comes to me and they need help, I know some manufacturers better than others. Brian Gray of Leaf, who will be on. I'm going to be not around Thursday night, next Thursday, so we're taking a break. But Brian will likely be on 2 weeks from tonight, and. Obviously, I know the guys at Panini, DJ, their VP of Sales and Product Development. He was on last week. I'd like to get David from Topps, the president, on. We'll see. Maybe I'll reach out to Michael Eisner, see if he'll go on. But I know most of the people at the card companies. If there's ever anything I can do to help somebody who should be getting product. I'm going to do it. I mean, these guys right now, they should be trying to make as many friends as they possibly can.
I agree.
They should be trying to get as many customers as they possibly can. And they should also be trying to figure out, hey, if we have license X, Y, and Z, can we establish a really firm customer base so we can sell that even though we don't have baseball, even though we don't have basketball. So, I know if I was Topps, what I would be doing now. I've been asked not to discuss it, but I would have my own business plan that I would think would be extremely effective with Major League Baseball, Major League Baseball Players Association license. So we'll see what happens with them and everybody else in the future.
Yeah, and the thing is, I know I meet all the requirements to be selling. I've been open a year now. That's like the main requirement. And I got all the utilities that they needed. I got the storefront. I got everything they need. But we'll see.
Yep. How do you get product through distributors?
No distributors either. And I think that's another thing. I know obviously we're gonna talk about Fanatics, but I get nothing from like GTS, Southern, any of them. I deal with a couple of people really closely who get distribution. One guy, he's one of the biggest consigners on the East Coast. He's a top 100 eBay seller in the world. TNT North NJ, Ted Straka. May have heard of him. He's in North Jersey. And then a couple of my other buddies own Chaffont Sports Connection in Chaffont, PA in Doylestown. They just opened up a second store. So they helped me a lot because they've been getting distribution for years, and you know, they just try to do what they can to help me. So that's where I am right now. I also buy on the resale, you know, market. I have to. And one thing that I know certain distributors do, I don't want to name. I mean, I can. I don't really care. But some of them get, you know, allocated this massive amount of wax from Panini or Topps, let's say, and they end up holding it for, you know, who knows how long, a couple weeks. So their full allocation, they're not putting it all out there right away to give to the people that they already have contracts with. They're holding it, and then when the 2 weeks are up, they're going to put it back out at the market price that is at, and people are going to be forced to buy it. And I know that's happening for a fact, which is kind of sad in my opinion, because that's not how it should be, and that's how it wasn't. But everybody's got to eat, and they're eating regardless. But that's just one thing I wanted to say.
Okay, well, if you need help with distributors, I'm close with a lot of them. Blowout, GTS, David Adams. You can go right to Lloyd at GTS, right to Fish at Blowout, or right to Adam at David Adams. And there is no longer a Dave. There hasn't been a Dave for many years. Kept the name. So it's just Adam. Again, I can put you in touch, and I'm sure that you would be able to get set up with one of them.
Definitely, I will take help anywhere I can get it, because who knows what's going to happen 3 to 5 years from now.
Yeah. So, what do you think? What do you think of? First, beginning today, let's set aside the past news of the past 48 hours. Let's set it aside. How is business for you otherwise?
Business for me is booming, I would say. So I use Square as my point of sale system, and from the beginning of the year to now, so we're 9 months in, we're about to start, you know, month 10 out of 12. So from the beginning of last year, I started out super hot. January, February, insane in-store sales. Then it started to slowly go down, and then June was my slowest month, and then since then it's picked back up. So, but the point of sales only, you know, keeps track of my in-store sales. It has nothing to do with live sales or, you know, money that I make at shows. But I did notice the trend was, oh, he's a little paused, but oh, my bad.
I know you're gonna.
So the trend was, for me, it was like wax, wax, wax. Everybody wanted to rip. And then I guess people started getting a little smarter and be like, all right, maybe I should go buy the card I want instead of ripping $2,000 worth of retail. So eventually I just started selling more singles than anything, and relax on buying the wax. So I'm trying to sell a little bit of everything, but I don't break that much. I break very little, and I do personals. That's not my, I try to stay in my lane. That's not my thing, so I try not to do it as much, and I'd rather just sell. Here, you want a box of 2021 certified? Here you go. You want to rip it, you know, do all that work, go through it. I'll let them go to the breakers and do all that. That's not my thing. So.
Yeah, as you were talking about singles, I had a thought that I didn't mention to Jeff, but it's a scary thought.
Mm-hmm.
What if Fanatics allowed you to buy individual players? Like literally. I mean, the way they're talking, I mean, if they're saying, hey, you know, we'll let you buy, just, you want basketball, you don't want to buy the box, we'll let you buy Cunningham cards individually. I mean, it's, what if they, I mean, somebody conceivably, if you're a manufacturer, we all think that everybody produces the same amount of every card.
Mm-hmm. It's not the truth.
What if they don't? Exactly. What if there were more of the superstars produced than there are other players? You know, like I back in the day when, you know, when I had Classic, you know, there used to be, like, we had, we found out that we were getting, we had a minor league license, so we found out that Michael Jordan, we were allowed to use Michael Jordan.
Wow.
So we'd already produced the product.
Mm-hmm.
So we produced a sheet with 100 Michael Jordan cards on the sheet, and just printed the sheet, cut it up, and then distributed it, inserted into all the boxes that we were ready to be packed out. But that's what we did it. But what if, you know, that's what somebody did? I'm just thinking that it would be crazy.
I mean, you gotta. I mean, there's two things I want to talk about here. So you got Panini now and Topps, they do like the Topps Now and the Panini Instant and stuff like that. So they're literally printing their own money and limiting it.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
I mean, there's no cap to that, and they take advantage of it. You know, kudos to them. Anyone in their right mind would do that. And then, two, so, you know, like when Fleer had their bankruptcy sale in, like, what is that, 04, 05, whenever it was. But there's all of those LeBron rookies. And one card in particular, the 03, 04 Fleer Tradition LeBron. I know that card, and they'll never admit it, but for example, when they were going out of business, these guys had access to the printers and were just printing. I know that's one card that's just like, you don't know if it's real or not. There's ones that are slab that are, you know, they're not fake, but they're not, there's just something about them that's not right, and a lot of people, like PSA is able to see that. Beckett wasn't slabbing those for the longest time, but now PSA is, and I think they've kind of stopped because I haven't seen as much lately. But it's hard to tell about cards that are mass-produced and whatnot, but you know the same thing. In 86 with Fleer, you're going to tell me that the Jordan wasn't mass-produced? And I know for a fact 89 Upper Deck Griffies printed them like hotcakes, you know?
Yeah, 89, 86 Fleer, because I was around, came out. And I was a buyer when that came out. The card in 1986 did not hold much value. Literally, those boxes were KB Toy and Hobby for $4.99 a box the following year.
Sheesh.
So that, when it came out, it was not a significant value card. The 89 Upper Deck Griffey, all you've got to do is read the book Card Sharks by Pete Williams, and they have in there, hey, this is what happened, that there were extra runs of 100 up Griffey sheets that were run, and the executives were selling them to certain distributors in California. And that's all documented in the book. And the 86 Fleer, it didn't happen because it just, and Upper Deck also, what they did, they had a group of distributors, because I was one of them, where they would sell cut card cases to. And I don't mean cut card cases like 5,000 random cards. That you could get a case. You have to buy the full set, but you can get all the cards 800 up in boxes, and you'd get a complete set. You'd have to buy, I guess, at least 1,000. No, it wasn't 1,000 sets. It might have been like 10,000 sets. But you get 10,000 of each player individually already broken out for you, because they unlike most people back in the day, where they slit cut, which means you're on a sheet and you cut one sheet at a time, and it comes down slit. They like diagonal and cuts them off and ships them onto the conveyor belt. They used a guillotine cut, which was heavier blade. Just guillotine. You chop somebody's head with a guillotine. That's exactly right. So they load up 50 or 100 sheets, and it comes right down, and you've got 100 of each player out there, and that's the way they cut their card. So it was much easier to get bulk of an individual player back with the way Upper Deck did it.
It's it's crazy, and who's to say that Fanatics can't do it or won't do it, because they can. And this, Ruben's basically saying they're gonna do whatever they want, and if you're gonna rebel against it, they're still most likely probably gonna succeed in most aspects of what they plan to do. So we'll see.
We shall definitely see what happens. So what's the show schedule?
So, it's crazy. I usually travel every weekend, every other weekend. So, Nashville this weekend, and then I think I'm going to go rent a car and drive up to Kentucky. I have a couple friends up there. So, in Louisville, I have my buddy G. He has a shop, Louisville Sports Cards. And then Jimmy, Kentucky Basketball Cards. Jimmy's Kentucky Roadshow shop. Jimmy's like the nicest guy in the hobby. It's like my card dad, even though I actually have a card dad, but he is like, I've never met anyone like him. He's just always about other people. He literally handed me a LeBron James Tayshaun Prince dual autograph, probably a $6,000-$7,000 card. Just gave it to me because I'm a huge Tayshaun Prince fan. I'm a Pistons fan. So I'm planning on going up there, and then next week at Bleecker, I'm throwing a joint trade night at Bleecker in New York. I know your daughter has been at events there. Bleecker's awesome. They're great people. I mean, their setup is sick. I still don't fully understand what exactly it is that they do, but they're for the culture.
Funny, right?
Yeah, I mean, they're just cool. You know, they're like that little oddball, but like they have like a mystery about them that's just like draws you, you know? And then the next day there's a show in Secaucus, and then the following week, I don't even know what's going on. 2 weeks after that though, Vegas will be in Vegas. Then the week after that is Dallas. So I'm not really sure. And then November I'm not worried about yet. I'm worried about October because this is kind of the end of my show little circuit. September was a crazy month. And then I'm also working on, not too far from you, because I talk to Ryan Krupa all the time. I'm working on opening a second shop in Collingswood, right on Haddon Ave, if you're familiar.
Wow.
So like really close to you guys.
It's very, very close to us. Extremely close to us.
So I'm working on something right there with someone who already has a shop open, but he wants kind of like my guidance and helping him. So a location 2 coming soon in South Jersey. Just working over the fine details. Cool. And yeah, it's got some big stuff going on.
If you're local and that close, we will help you out as much as we can. I will go in there. I'll do some live from there and show people what it looks like.
I would love that. I'm just see you're doing what you're doing is great for the hobby because you're going live with all these people and getting all these different opinions and just these conversations for other people to learn. It's all about helping others and then growing as like a whole. I just love it. I love what you do and I love this.
Thank you. Terrific. Well, what time are you gonna be at the show tomorrow morning?
So Friday, thank God, it's a it's a late morning. So the show starts at 3. So I'm planning on being there by like 11:30 to set up and shoot some promos and stuff. I know what I'm most excited for is Ric Flair is going to be there. So I want to cut a promo with him. I'm definitely going to cut a promo with him. And then Johnny Bench is going to be there Saturday. That's my dad's favorite player. So I want to do something for my dad there. There's a Perrier.
Tell Johnny Bench I said hi.
I will.
We know each other well. Tell Johnny I said hi.
He's an awesome guy. That's my dad's favorite player. And it reminds me, my dad he gave it to me to put in the store. I still have it. I don't really have it out, but it's in the store. It's a signed Cal Ripken glove, and it just happens to be authenticated by you. This is definitely a 90s certificate. I'll send you a picture of it. But I saw that. I'm like, I got to bring that up.
I had Ripken under contract from 95 until I left Scoreboard in 97, and then I also had him with my older company, Goldin Sports and Soul TV, from 98 until he retired in 2001. So yeah, obviously I've known Cal a long time, and obviously when he decided to sell his game used collection from his career, that's why he went to Goldin Auctions.
That's awesome. I know you got endless stories. That's so cool.
Well, listen, this has been fun. We'll have to have you again on some time, and I will see you next time. Next time in your office, next time you're going to be in the office with Ryan or somebody else, give me a heads up.
Of course.
And I will definitely you get Collingswood. I will check it out, and I will bring Paul to Collingswood because we don't have any big local stores near us.
Yeah.
So I'm sure
I gotta come do like a behind the scenes video for my YouTube channel at Goldin one day. I gotta come check it out, do a little tour.
Okay. Sounds once we're getting the mural planted. We have a suite. We've always had Suite A, but now we've had Suite C, and that's like customer facing, consignment facing. We're doing a mural. That'll be what's used for TV. So once that mural is done, they're building an office for me. It's under construction. Once that's done, then we'll do behind the scenes. Yeah,
of course. I'm always down for that. I appreciate it as always, Ken. We'll be in touch. Appreciate you, what you're gonna do for me, what you're gonna do for the hobby. It's all about helping each other, and have a great night, and we'll talk soon.
Thank you. Have a great night.
Too.
Enjoy the show.